Hi everyone, Haley Gant here from Quest Trust Company. We've got another great episode of Quest Talks today. Today we're here with Nancy Wallace-Laabs. We've got some really great stories and case studies of how to use small IRAs in your investments. So stay tuned, we've got a great show coming up. Be sure to like, comment, and share if you like today's show. We'll be right back.
Propelio TV is sponsored by Noble Mortgage and Investment, Bat Script Tracing, Big Multifamily, CreativeCashflow.com, and Lifeonaire.
Back. For those of you who don't know, my name is Haley Gant. I'm an IRA specialist at Quest Trust Company. Today we have a really special guest on with us. We have Nancy Wallace-Laabs. Nancy is a local Dallas investor who has also done quite a few deals with her own IRA and other people's IRAs. So super excited for today's show. The topics we're going to cover today are how to use a small IRA to do investments, how Nancy has actually used $5,000 in an IRA to do a really killer deal, honestly, in my opinion. And we're also going to talk about some other things. I know you just came out with a book, so we're really excited to have you here today. Nancy, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get started in real estate?
Well, thank you very much, Haley, for having me here. So I got started in real estate really from the housing boom. I lived in Arizona, and my husband and I were fortunate enough to sell our house in Phoenix right at the top of the market, and boom, we made a decision to move to Dallas, and we have been investing ever since. So I was not in real estate investing at the time. I just saw an opportunity, and we took it, and so I started out doing buy and holds and that kind of thing. And as I've grown as an investor, I got introduced to Quest, I guess maybe about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I started attending their lunch and learns, which are awesome, and they cover so many topics. But I was fortunate enough to listen to Nate Hare, and he talked about how to basically take a bunch of small dollar IRAs under $50,000 and put them all together, and you can go out and buy real estate. And so I was like, oh, great. I've been self-employed forever, so I just had a SEP. I didn't have the traditional Roth or anything like that. So I opened an account up with Quest, and then my husband, he has he had a 401k, so we opened up another smaller IRA for him, and we just, the first time I found the deal, we found a deal here in the Dallas area. Through just traditional marketing. I sent out postcards, and the house did
not too long after you opened up the account either.
Exactly, yeah. And so the seller, I mean, we weren't the first investor. He just happened to like us, and we bought the house for $10,000. Now I had a partner, and that partner used cash for his, and then we used my husband's IRA for our other half. And a $5,000 investment turned that single family home after we closed, sold that thing in 3 days for $50,000, owner financed it. The return on investment is over 115%. I think when I calculated it was like 130%. So that made a believer out of me. Because we're growing the IRA tax-free for a while. And
this was your first deal.
And that was my first
self-directed deal. So to kind of back it up a little bit, I remember actually I had just moved to Dallas, and you came in, you were kind of new to the IRAs. We had a consultation, you set up the account, put it, I think, at just a $5,000 contribution into it. You hadn't even rolled over any other funds yet. So you guys that are watching right now, we are right before the tax filing deadline where you can still max out your 2018 contributions. Nancy put in $5,000 to a Roth IRA, I believe, because you and your husband had 401ks, you had IRAs, but you didn't have a Roth. So you said, okay, for this first deal, put in $5,000 to the Roth IRA, and then partnered it with another real estate investor and bought the property for $10,000.
Yes.
So that $5,000 came from the IRA, $5,000 came from another investor, and then you turned around and owner financed it.
Yes.
4 days later.
4 days later. And so we have, I'm not going to go into all the details of the owner financing with the loan servicing, but my portion of the payment every month is going right into the IRA. I mean, it's just going right there. And I just want to say, because I didn't know how to do it, and I was like, well, how does this work? And I remember talking to Haley about it. And then I'm going to give a shout out to Dakota and Logan at Quest Trust, because they were awesome to work with. It really only takes just a few days, a few little papers here and there, very easy process. So once I went through it, and understood what paperwork needed to be done, and made sure that it was a qualifying transaction, then I am totally sold on growing my small dollar IRA.
It's mailbox money, basically.
Mailbox money. It's just money coming. I don't have to worry about it. And so now I've been able to help other people do the same thing. And that's been really interesting, because when I go to different meetings, I talk to people that they're like, well, how does that work? And I'm like, you got to get on board with this.
Haley.
Call
I
Haley.
will tell you
number one,
everything you need to know.
And I just tell them straight up that I won't, I mean, it has to be a self-directed IRA, but it also has to be with Quest for what I'm doing, because they make it so easy to deal with. And so on every transaction that we've done, I've done, and basically these people are becoming private money lenders. And I have the smallest IRA that we've used so far is $3,000 for private money lending. And then the highest one has been, I think, 50,000 that we've used.
Yeah.
So
since you have partnered your IRA in on this first owner finance deal, and you were coming to our classes, I remember when Nancy came in and she was like, the deal's going to go through. It's a small investment, because I told you, I was like, in my head, I said, this would be a great case study. If this $5,000 investment pans out, what is the total return over the next 20 to 30 years?
It's like 132%.
100, so like 40,000, 45,000?
So it'll actually be right at 42,380 or something like that. So
over the course, is it what, like a
15-year note, and that's just my half. So but my half is going to be that amount from $5,000. So it's.
And I know if you guys watch a lot of these Propelio TV shows, you may see a lot of people talking about owner finance, buying subject tos. All of these creative investment strategies can be utilized with a self-directed IRA. Of course, this show isn't here just to promote Quest. We really want to teach you guys how to do these investments in an IRA and take advantage of all those awesome tax advantages that your IRA gets that you don't get as an individual. So $5,000 initial investment over the next 15 years, just from 2 weeks of your time, owner finance deal, working this out. I mean, it was a very quick turnaround time. The IRA is going to get back $40,000 to $45,000,
and that's just one deal. We've done 5 since then, using different people's IRAs. So some people have been private money lenders, but probably the really cool thing about all this is that your IRA is secured by real estate. So
if you structure it correctly.
Yes, if you structure it.
Definitely, yes. Me as the IRA specialist, where I cannot give tax, legal, or investment advice, I can't tell you how to structure your deal. Maybe call someone like Nancy that has done it before. She can give you all of the advice, maybe. But if you structure these deals correctly, what Nancy has done since this first deal is, like she said, helping people partner their IRAs to be private lenders. So I think the first one that you did, I think it had three IRA holders. They moved over their accounts to Quest, did the transfers, had, I think, collectively $75,000 between the three of them, roughly.
Oh, the one that you're talking about is probably it was actually 6.
Oh, wow.
Six different
investors.
Six different investors with 6 different types of
IRAs
they can do the Cloverdale, and they can do the HSA.
Yeah.
And we lent on $135,000. So that was the collective amount. That investor, he's very savvy, and he ended up selling the property, like flipping it. It was on a flip. So we did purchase, plus we did the rehab, and then he was able to close quickly, because I do want to say that it sounds like it's a lot of paperwork, but literally it can be done in less than a week. And now that I know the process, then when I do bring on new people that want to partner, then I actually did a template based upon the paperwork, and then I can assist them with what block to fill out and that kind of stuff. So it's super easy, and then the money is wired directly from the Quest accounts, or from Quest, on behalf of to
the borrower.
Yes, and it all worked out. So that one we've done, but yeah, that one was 6 different
IRAs,
and they were different types. So there was a Cloverleaf in there, and there was a
Cloverdale.
Roth, a Cloverdale. Sorry,
Cloverleaf.
That's Haley's job to
know
what they're called.
Be my new name
HSA.
for it. Yes, put a little golden nugget on that one.
That's why I'm thinking Cloverleaf.
Oh my God, yes, it's perfect. Maybe we'll do an event, a Cloverleaf event next year for Coverdells around this time of year.
So it helps on both ends. It's a win-win situation for not only the person that's trying to borrow the money, but the people that do, because it's hard to, grow your small dollar IRA if you don't know what vehicle to go. I mean, you can do stocks and other things. I'm not that familiar with stocks myself, so I personally wouldn't feel comfortable. But there's a lot of people that have money that's just kind of sitting there, but they just don't know. They don't know what to do. They don't know. They don't know how to take the initiatives. And I make it very simple. When I meet someone that wants to know about this, I came up with just a little form. It collects the information because I do have to know how much money we're talking about that you would like to invest, what type of account, who's the account holder, that kind of thing. And then your contact info so that when we have an opportunity for lending, I can reach out to you and say, hey, this is the opportunity. Yeah. And we do vet the deal. We go through all the due diligence just if you were a private money lender.
So you help vet the deal. If someone wants to be a private lender and they have a small IRA and they're maybe not sure what to do with it, you do have this potential to partner not only your IRA together, but maybe your husband's IRA. Maybe you could open up a Roth IRA and have small contributions or small conversions into that account. And one thing that I always really stress on is that yes, we teach a lot about self-directed IRAs, but it is not just your wealth for your retirement. Your family members also need to retire. The way that Americans are traditionally saving for retirement in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, it doesn't really work how it's supposed to. For the average American, with that track that they're going on now, it's not going to be enough to retire. So that's why we stress so hard, get those IRAs opened up, make those contributions, talk to an IRA specialist so you know what types of accounts that you qualify for, and then talk to someone like Nancy that has done the deals once or twice before. She knows how to structure them. At Quest, we can never tell you how to structure the deal, but if you work with someone that's done it before, you can also really do that proper due diligence to know what you're lending on, protect your investment, and most importantly, protecting the investment, because as you said, these loans are protected by real estate.
Yes.
But it is definitely important to note that when you use your IRA to loan on a property, that doesn't automatically mean that your investment is safe. You as the client need to do the due diligence or work with someone who's doing that due diligence. And then when you loan money out of your IRA, that can either be loaned out as secured or unsecured. These loans that Nancy does and that, if I was a lender that I would do, are all secured by real estate. There's a deed of trust there. That loan is tied to the property as collateral. So just kind of, I always like to touch on that. We do see people loan their money out unsecured. It can be done, but if you want to protect your investment, you want to make sure that things are structured.
We're very conservative. I'm a real estate broker as well, so I've been investing for over 15 years. So I personally, I'm using my funds too here, so I'm vetting the deal, but I also vet the borrower. I'm very unlikely to lend to someone that's never flipped a house before. So everybody has to have skin in the game, so to speak, because this is it's very serious business being a private money lender, and I take my role here. I'm not the, I do tell everybody, do your own due diligence. Do it on me, do it on the borrower. But at the end of the day, because I'm the one that they trust, I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, hey, I told you to do this. And because you know how it is, people forget, oh, I was supposed to do my own due diligence or whatnot. So, so I do try to help people walk through it. I've done a couple presentations for Quest on, how I did it, and like Haley said, the deal that we did, that sold me. When I could take $5,000 and turn it into $40-some plus $1,000, and just do a little bit of paperwork, I'm all down for that. So
exactly, and to kind of touch on that, you have a note servicer in place. The only legwork that was done for this deal was initially going out, finding the property, figuring out how to structure it, probably working with an attorney or someone to get those like owner finance documents in place. Then you put a servicer in place, and the down payment for this owner finance, we didn't talk about that. You got your initial investment back within 2 weeks, and then everything else is just mailbox money for the next 15 years.
Our terms were, they had to put down 20%, so we were made whole. And so for us, there's no underlying anything, and it is mailbox money. And worst case scenario, if the person stopped paying, I would be able to foreclose and take back the property. And I did. I was just in that neighborhood just a couple weeks ago. I'm so happy to report that people are fixing the house up.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, they painted the outside. They did all this stuff because we didn't do too much to the house when we sold it. But it's really cool because they're, you know, so we were able to borrow the money. I'm able to grow my IRA. And I was able to help someone get a home that, you know, obviously they're very proud of because they're fixing it up. So
awesome.
That's a win-win for everyone.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. And that's awesome. And I've always wondered this, like, because I tell this case study to a lot of our clients as I'm trying to convey to them, you know, if you have a small IRA, it's not impossible. You have to be a little creative. You know, this probably isn't the first property that would have crossed everyone's mind, but the purchase was $10,000. I mean, how ugly was this property? How bad was it?
Rough.
Because I've always wondered that. My dad loves junky properties.
So it needed everything, and it was actually on the verge of being torn down.
My gosh.
And so we went to the city and said, hey, we're buying this property. And so we cleaned it. We had, it really was inside was in good condition. I mean, you know, for that age of a house, I mean, it was I think it was built in 1940 or whatever. Yeah. And it needed everything.
Hey,
and
for $10,000.
I have to say, so sometimes when you get properties like that, and, you know, we just stuck a sign in the yard. I mean, we just stuck a sign in the yard, and even I have to say I was amazed that we sold it as fast as we did for the price because, you know, but since then I have one under contract for $1,500.
Nice, that's awesome.
So we'll be using a small dollar IRA for that one as well.
Good, awesome. Maybe next time we do our next 10 Care Less event, you'll have another one for us.
I know, because I was up against some heavy hitters for your March Madness. Talking about the best way to grow the small dollar IRA. But, you know, it is really, because there are a lot of people that don't have tons of money in their small dollar IRAs. So I have my daughter, she has an inherited IRA. So we're looking at, and that's only $250. So, and one thing I want to say, when you do these small dollar IRAs, especially if you have under $10,000, you know, there's fees for everything. So, you know, I want to say this about, I mean, the whole point of your small dollar IRA, if it's $5,000, $10,000, $30,000, is you want to, there's fees associated with the maintenance of the account. So make sure that you set it up that your fees are paid outside of that. Now, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a CPA, but I know in my business, the way my business is set up is those fees are deductible for me because they're part of my real estate business. So just kind of keep that in mind. Check with your CPA, but I had someone that they had a small dollar IRA, and it was very, very small. And I was like, and so I kind of tell people, hey, you know, set this up, because they were calling me like, well, hey, if I do this, I won't. No, you need to make sure you're paying those fees outside of your IRA, because again, the whole point of your $5,000 IRA, if you want it to grow as a private money lender, is you're just having money go in it. So there's no fees to have money go in it.
You don't want to. You don't want to deduct your fees from the tax-free money that you're trying to grow.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I just kind of want to talk about that, because that was something that, as you know, going through this process and talking with people, it's like, well, make sure you have those fees outside of it, and that's very easy. Haley can help you set that up.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, you know, because I always tell people, as your account is small, you do have to be a little bit more creative with it. You kind of want to protect the funds that are in there, pay your fees from outside. But you know, it's definitely not impossible to grow it once you're doing that. We are going to take a really quick break. Whenever we come back, we've got a few other exciting topics to cover. So be sure to like, comment, share, engage, share this with your friends. Tell them that they need self-directed IRAs. We're here to help you have more wealth for retirement. That's why we love what we do. We'll be right back after this break.
The Propelio Academy, an all-in-one education resource for training in wholesales, subject to wraps, short sales, flips, rentals, BRRRR, property management, and more. Go to propelio.com/academy to get your scholarship today. Propelio.com. What does Propelio offer? Lead generating websites, access to true MLS comps, off-market lead lists, and deal alerts. Get them all today at Propelio.com.
All right, everyone. We are back with Haley Gant from Quest Trust Company and our special guest today, Nancy Wallace-Laabs. For those of you that have been watching up until this point, I really hope you've learned some awesome little nuggets about how to utilize those small IRA funds, or how to at least start an IRA and put something in there and know that you do have viable investment options out there. So if you have any other questions about that, please feel free to give us a call at Quest. You can reach us at 855-FUN-IRAs. It's always free to talk to an IRA specialist. We want to help you build wealth, help you understand these types of accounts. Even if you don't open one up now, we're here to be a good resource. Subtle plug, we are also waiving all account opening fees until the tax filing deadline. I waited until now to mention it in the show, but just kind of a quick commercial about Quest there. We're going to kind of switch gears for a little bit. So yes, Nancy does all of these great investments. She's been investing for several years, and I know you love kind of having a good impact on people. So you actually wrote a book called Winning Deals in Heels.
Yes, Winning Deals in Heels. I'm so proud of this. So I'm just over the moon. It actually hit the bestseller about a couple weeks after it came out. Yay! But the book, my motivation for writing it was I get asked a lot of how do you get started, especially women. Not that men cannot benefit from this book, but a lot of women, they, maybe they're looking for a second income, or their kids have grown, or, they got a divorce and they got to, support them.
Or they're the smart ones out of the family.
Smart, yes. Or, they watch too much HGTV. So this book, it's myself and 10 other very successful real estate women, and it's our journey. How did we get started? What obstacles did we overcome? And while I was writing the book, I didn't know every single one of the women. There were a couple of people that they were referred to me. Hey, you should talk to this lady. And with every single one that I talked to, I learned something new about real estate investing, about nuggets. It's a great book. And one of the other things about the book is that part of the proceeds are being donated back to Hope Store, which is in Plano, Texas here. And they are a nonprofit that helps families heal from domestic violence. So when you buy the book, you give back to Hope Store. And we have an exciting announcement about Hope Store and the book signing.
Oh, nice. So you're doing a book signing coming up this week, aren't you?
Yes, April 11th. But it's not just me. We've gotten a commitment from 10 of the 11 women that are in the book, and they are all going to be at Hope Store in Plano, 2129 Parker Road from 5:30 to 7:30, and we're going to have a group book signing event.
Yeah.
They were already going to be rebranding their resale store. There's going to be music. We have food, and they're going to have
to talk to all of the investors featured in this book.
And if you have daughters, I would highly recommend you bringing them out, or sons, really, but and it's just good for them to meet other women that are in this industry. And the other reason I wanted to write the book to put spotlight on women is there's, you go to a lot of conferences, I go to conferences, and so the main speakers are almost always men. There might be a couple women, but and then there's tons of women out there. This is just a tip of the iceberg. There's a million women out there that are very successful in this industry. So I kind of wanted to spotlight us, and Winning Deals in Heels is just, kind of it's catchy. But it's just, if you're looking to get started in real estate investing, it's a great place for you to just get some common sense, non-HGTV advice about, because the theme of the book, all the women have the same theme when you read it. I'm not going to tell you what it is because you got to read it. So.
Yes, definitely. So that's exciting. I personally, Nancy actually gave me a copy of the book for my birthday. It came out on my birthday this year. I haven't gotten a chance to read it yet, but it is in my office every day and I look at it. What inspired you to write this book? What was the thing that really kind of made you say, I want to write a book, So
I guess I was talking to one of my investor friends, gals, and she was having a really hard time with some contractors, and she, said, Nancy, I just started crying with them. I didn't know what to do. And so the book kind of started out the differences between men and women in real estate investing, but I've been around a couple of years, and there's sometimes just some subtle differences. But then the book evolved about the support systems and what you need to do to be successful in this business. And, you know, it's really about being organized and having good people skills. And some women and men handle that differently. So it became more of a journey. But the targeted audience is for someone who they just are very excited and they're just nervous about getting into this business. It's scary. Do I need a lot of money? Do I have to do this?
How do I actually break into it?
Right. And so to give them confidence that, hey, you know what? We're all just normal gals. You know, we're all normal women. We just said, you know, we had a passion for real estate investing. But we didn't know.
And
I didn't know how.
Somewhere.
Exactly. So my story is that, you know, I kind of because of the market in Phoenix, you know, then we were able to move to Dallas, but I had a mentor. And, you know, she taught me a lot of things over the years. And then, you know, and all the women kind of talk about having a mentor. So we talk about how to get a mentor and that kind of thing.
Okay,
So,
nice.
but yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so if you guys want to meet Nancy or meet any of the other, 10 investors?
Yes.
10 other female investors that are in this book. I think I know probably 7 out of the 10. There's even a couple that I don't know in here. But the ones that are in here, like Shanoa Grove, Kristen Gerst, Jamie Woolley.
Yes.
Yeah. These are really strong females in the real estate investment industry. A lot of them are based out of Texas, which is here local to us. I know we've got a lot of viewers online in other states, but you know, if you're local, come out to the book signing next week. There's probably not many chances you're going to get to talk to all of them.
And that's
together.
This has been kind of in the works because I mean we're all busy, and to get everybody on the same night. It's
hard
the
to
same
get me and you together on the same
Exactly.
day.
Yeah, we've been trying to do this. So that's the other thing. There's probably not going to be too many more times when we're all together. And then we'll have some copies to sell there that night. But you can get it on Amazon, or you can Google winning deals and heels, and it'll take you right to the link. So order today and you'll have your book and you can bring it and we'll all sign it. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And maybe what we'll do, if you guys want to come to one of our upcoming Quest events, one of our upcoming Lunch and Learns in Dallas every Wednesday at noon, or our monthly mixer on the 4th Wednesday of every month, I will purchase some of these from Nancy and have them to give away to a few people that come to our events. So we'll work that out after this. Special thing for Propelio viewers, come to our events. We've got a lot of great resources for you. But as we're kind of going through the book and talking about the journeys, surrounding yourself with other powerful females in the industry, when a lot of times we can be outnumbered on, people that are on shows like this or on conferences up on stage, a lot of times females are outnumbered. Where can you find a good resource to actually build a good, strong local female group? And that's exactly what we're doing starting in Dallas.
Yes.
Perfect little segue there. But Nancy actually approached me a couple of weeks ago, and I just hammered out the final details literally this morning before this show with my marketing directors. But Nancy is starting a mastermind and has asked me and her daughter and Kristen Gerst to be a part of it. It's called Invest Her, and we're going to be doing it in the Quest Dallas office the first Monday of every month, starting in May.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about this.
I'm so excited about this. So this is going to be part of the Invest Her community. They started Liz. I'm going to give Liz Faircloth a shout out because she's out of Pennsylvania, and so she asked me if I would be interested in starting a chapter here in Dallas. And I'm really excited about this. It is going to be woman focused, but we're going to structure it. When I met with Haley, we decided we wanted it to be a little bit different than normal meetups. So what we're going to do is have real problems, and we're going to be solving those real problems. We're going to break out into roundtables. The meeting's going to be like 6:30 to 8:30. We are going to have a cover charge. We're not going to have food, and it's going to be
it's going to be more of a mastermind.
You're going to be working, and with the smaller roundtable breakouts, it's really good networking. So if you're new or if you've been in the business for a while, it's just a great way to have a more intimate setting to get real good nuggets about real estate investing. So I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really great opportunity to build relationships with other strong females here in the local Dallas real estate investing world. So if you guys aren't in Dallas and you're watching, I'm really sorry. Maybe you can come visit us. But it's going to be the first Monday of every month starting in May. Like Nancy said, there will be a charge. We're going to charge $10 to come each month. You'll be able to get tickets on Eventbrite. I will post the link in the comments below once I get it posted after today's show. I mean, we literally just worked out the details.
The money's going to Habitat for Humanity.
Yes. So the reason, I know if you guys come to a lot of like Quest events or Propelio, Almost all of our events are always free. We are going to have a cover charge for this one because we want the quality to be there. It's not like a free mixer where we want you just to show up so we can give you some drinks or some food. It's going to be a true mastermind. We're going to create that good atmosphere. It's going to be $10 to come to each meeting, but those proceeds will all go to donate towards Habitat for Humanity. I'm going to set up on the Quest Eventbrite page, so all of those proceeds will go directly to Habitat for Humanity. If you guys don't know, our Dallas office has a goal to raise $10,000 this year for Habitat, so we can build a house hopefully by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
we're really excited. You will have to RSVP for this event because we have to plan. Our strategies and that kind of thing.
Pay to play for this one.
Exactly.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And really, we want to just open it up. Like I said, it will be women focused because sometimes we just have different kinds of challenges that we have to address. And so I'm really excited about it. And I think with both of our experience, Kristen, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to really pull, but be prepared to work because it's not just your normal meetup and we're going to have a free lunch and a cocktail. So.
Yeah, and it's designed to help you grow along your journey, help learn from other people's journeys, and really kind of mastermind and address those tough issues and kind of build those relationships together.
And we're going to be talking about things like, just like you were saying, growing your business. We're going to be talking about marketing and social media, but we're going to be talking about seller issues,
whatever other problems
whatever
you guys
it is.
have.
So,
Maybe not
and
all
we
of
will
them.
be. So the first inaugural meeting on May 6th is you come, you kind of learn, and we'll probably have some nuggets to share that night. But we are going to be do breakout sessions, I guess is what they're called, and we're going to have designated problems, and then as the group evolves, then because I'm sure, like in real estate investing, there's always something, some segue, something that you have to do.
Yeah.
And so we'll probably start asking for feedback from our group, because the main thing is to meet the community of women. How can we help you grow your business?
Exactly.
So there's not going to be any whining. There's no drama. You have to work. So
yes, awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for coming out for today's show, Nancy.
Thanks,
we are going
Haley.
to wrap it up. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Please, again, go like, comment, share, tag your friends, tag your family members, call Quest to get those self-directed IRAs opened up, or to just schedule a free consultation with us. We're here to help you. I know I've said it several times. Go online to Amazon.com for Nancy's book, Winning Deals and Heels. Really great information in here, and we're super excited to be starting the Investor Mastermind. And come to our Quest events. Also, don't forget Propelio's big event is coming back on May 4th? May 14th. May 14th. So be sure to get your RSVPs for that. This show, even though it is ending, keep those comments going. I am very, very active on Facebook. I'm always on there answering questions, things like that. Again, I can't advise you. I will probably remind you every 5 minutes. But keep the comments coming. We're here to help you. Give us a call, like, comment, share. We'll see you next time.
Propelio TV is sponsored by Noble Mortgage and Investments, Batch Skip Tracing, Think Multifamily, CreativeCashflow.com, and Lifeonaire.
Hey everybody, I'm Ryan with Propelio. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Turn on those notifications and stick around for more. We have tons of content like this all over our channel. So if you want to learn more about real estate investing, stick around, watch Propelio TV, and we'll see you later.